Thank you so much, Sam. It's my pleasure to be with you tonight. We really thank you, all of you, comrades of the RCG and the Rock and Roll the Blockade, for having this fantastic webinar about Fidel Castro and 100 years. I bring you the revolutionary greetings from the people of Cuba. We stand today, even as the waters of Hurricane Melissa are still receding because of a storm of nature, can break our infrastructure, but it can never break our spirit. And as we speak tonight, a very different storm, a man-made hurricane of steel, aimed directly at the heart of our continent. Operation Thousand Spear is not a drill, it is an act of war. The USS Gerald Ford is not parked off of our coast for intimidation, it is there for the strangulation. Let us be clear, an attack on Venezuela is an attack on Cuba. It is an attack on every sovereign people who dare to say no to empire. So we strongly reject and condemn the branding of Venezuela as a narco-terrorist entity. We know this playbook intimately by our history. They criminalize the leadership to justify the slaughter. They blockade the medicine to kill the weak, and they position their battleships to save the survivors. They are tightening a noose around the Bolivarian revolution, and if that knot holds, it does not choke our comrades in Venezuela. It also chokes Cuba, and it tightens around the neck of every free nation in the hemisphere. Venezuela is the front line, and if they break the line there, they come for all of us. So to survive and win the fight, we need to look and learn from the distinct strategies of Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez. Fidel taught us that the empire's greatest weapon is not the aircraft carrier, but our fragmentation. He screamed these truths across the decades. Our most powerful weapon is unity. Our fundamental strategic weapon is unity. So he meant the unity of a trench. And in the trench, you do not ask the soldier beside you for their specific ideological nuance. You ask if they can hold the rifle, if they can bleed for you for the shared homeland. And Hugo Chavez forged this unity into a continental shield. He understood that the Pentagon's smart bombs are politically illiterate. They do not distinguish between a Marxist, a trade unionist, or a social democrat. When the missiles fly, they incinerate us all equally. So we cannot afford this to happen. Not in Venezuela, not in Cuba, and not anywhere. The oligarchy is united by greed, and we must be united by our shared blood and our class reality. As Fidel reminds us, this is the revolution of the humble, by the humble, and for the humble. So today, the humble speak Spanish, and they are under siege in Caracas or Havana. And in the same machine encircling Venezuela is grinding its gears in Europe and here in the UK. The political decay fueling war abroad is the same decay fueling fascism in this region. The loot extracted from the global south ends up in the same offshore accounts of the enemies of the British working class. They seek to divide you exactly as they divide us. The tactic is identical because the enemy is identical. The enemy is united. They are all well-founded and they do not hesitate. A popular front of progressive forces is not a theoretical debate. It is an imperative strategy for survival against fascism, racism, and imperialism across the world. If we do not stand together in the trench, shoulder to shoulder with the people of Venezuela or Cuba, we will be defeated sooner or later. So the stake is so immense that we cannot let that to happen. We must internalize Fidel's warning, not as history, but as a command for today. Without unity, there is no independence. Without unity, there is no revolution. Without unity, there is no future. So, viva Venezuela, viva Cuba, hasta la victoria siempre, venceremos.
Venceremos.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Pablo.
Thank you.